Good morning, everybody. Cheryl's here. So, I wanted to make this video because, yesterday was the craziest day ever that I ever had. And I wanted to thank the EMS peoples for saving my life and my friend Anthony for saving my life. I had a scary moment yesterday that could possibly end my life, and I almost, I, I thought I died. I almost, I don't know, almost did, because I couldn't breathe. Um, so I've been dealing with this GERD. If anybody knows what GERD means, is a gastritis thing. So other than my normal, health issues, I had this gastritis problem. So I I've been on an intermittent fasting for like about a year now. I wanted to do the intermittent fasting because I wanted to lose weight, gain some energy, and also my bone density was not all that great. They took tests and come back that my bones was a little fragile, and that was the reason why me walking up the stairs was like damn near impossible. um I was having a hard time walking up and down the stairs, so that's the reason why my doctor was telling me to take it easy on the workout. I couldn't work out as much as I used to. I went from working out for 5 hours every day to like 2, 3 hours, and now it's only an hour. And I also have issues with dairy, citrus, chocolate, and I think that's it. And I wasn't allowed to have any of that because it will cause to disrupt, you know, my body, whatever. The acid reflux disease will be disturbed, whatever. So I don't know what the fuck happened because it was less than a teaspoon of lemon juice I put in my food. I made fish the other day. I made fish with pasta, and then I made rice. So I ate the fish with the rice yesterday morning around 11 o'clock. I don't know, I was in a mood for it. Normally I would never eat that type of food early in the morning, but I did. And I hate eating breakfast. Like, honestly, I don't know why. I just don't like cooking it. I don't like cooking breakfast in the morning. It's not my thing. It actually annoys the hell out of me. So I didn't want to cook breakfast. I went straight to like lunch, but I took an hour early lunch around 11 o'clock. And I ate a little bowl. Um, Maybe about 2 hours after that, I went to go sit back in my bed to watch TV, and then I was watching a video on my phone since the television I was watching was a repeat. The television show I was watching was a repeat, so I was laying down, relaxing. All of a sudden, I started feeling burning in my chest and my stomach. Normally, that would be an acid reflux. And I forgot to take the Nexium earlier, so I didn't take any medications. So that's why my stomach was like so disturbed, and I didn't know what was going on. So I lay down, turned to my left side, and all of a sudden my stomach was burning even more. Next thing I know, my stomach blew up 3 times the normal size, and I started feeling so much burning in my stomach. So I kind of got a little nervous. Went to the bathroom, and I was kind of waiting for something to happen, but I came back to bed. Next thing you know, I have trouble breathing. So I was breathing very heavily.
This done by Herb McDonald without the toxicology, without.
So I started panicking, and even though panicking wasn't gonna do anything for me, I started panicking. And that's when you know I couldn't breathe. Like, I felt like my stomach and right up here, my chest cavity, it was constricted. And I kind of figured it was the bloating. My stomach was bloated and I felt gassy. I know it's a little TMI, but we're all adults, so I'm sure y'all can handle it. So my chest was filled like, I don't know what the hell was going on, but I couldn't breathe. And I got up, I was crawling on my knees. I couldn't even get up, like actually stand up and walk. I felt so bad to the point that I felt like I was just gonna just pass out. Normally this would make me pass out, but I kind of stayed up and my eyes was wide open, so you know I wasn't fully passed out. And I tried calling my friend Anthony to see if he could come over. And I called him and he heard my voice. In my mind, I didn't think he could hear me fully. So I called him to see if he could come and he could help me out. I told him I was laying on the floor in the bathroom and that I couldn't get up. Like my chest was hurting, my back and my stomach was hurting. I did feel my stomach bloated. For some reason, why it caused me to not be able to breathe, it never happened to me before. I would usually feel the pain from the gas and everything, but it never stopped me from breathing, ever. But this time, it did. After I spoke to him, I was trying to gasp for air, and all of a sudden, I just stopped. For like a good 3 minutes, I stopped breathing. Passed out on the floor. He found me about 10 minutes later. I forgot. I didn't forget. I opened the door. I tried to open the door before all this happened. I opened my front door, hopefully to let some air in, and hopefully somebody will find me. He came in, saw me on the floor, and he tried to pick me up. And he squeezed my stomach. I don't know if he was trying to get me to talk, but he picked me up and I felt squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And he couldn't get me to really breathe. EMS was called, paramedics was called, and they got me to breathe. They saved my life. They came in, pumped my chest, pumped my stomach, got air out. I started breathing again. Eyes wide open, but I was in so much pain. Pain from 1 to 10, it was like a 20. And they was like, oh, do you have any stomach problems? I finally answered, yeah. I shook my head, yeah. I couldn't really talk because of the pain I was feeling and what happened to me altogether. They was like, oh, gastritis, acid reflux disease. You must have ate something that wasn't good, or you didn't eat anything at all and it started it disturbed your body. I said I didn't eat breakfast, but I had an early lunch. I said I ate the fish and rice. So I couldn't say anything else. They told me to stop talking and they was trying to get me back to normal to the point that I could be able to talk. So it took about 30 minutes. The EMS stood with me altogether for 45 minutes. They didn't leave my side until I was able to move again and to talk. I apologize to Anthony for scaring him because he did look nervous in the face. And he was like, "Oh no, don't worry about it. You're my friend. Like, why would I be mad at anything like that? Like, you're fine." And he was I don't know, he was massaging my back, my stomach, and my chest with hand sanitizers. It was funny. And he just kept saying that alcohol will ease your body up. And he was massaging me. I felt so much better with him being there. And I thank him for being there. And because of him massaging my chest and my stomach, I was able to ease up a little bit. And the EMS worker, she came, took my vital signs, and she was also massaging my stomach, like pumping my stomach, like pushing down, and hopefully to get me going again. It was the scariest day in my life. I was not feeling good at all. The scariest part about it all is that I couldn't breathe. Like, no one should not be able to breathe during that type of time. I never had this happen to me before. So this is kind of brand new. So I told him to stay with me until I fell asleep. And he did. He went home and I went to bed and took my medications and fell asleep. Woke up in the evening. I was feeling a little better. And by 2 o'clock in the morning, I felt so much better. And now I'm feeling 10 times better today than I did yesterday. But they was like, for now on, just please, whatever you eat, please don't put no citrus in it. Keep drinking the ginger ale or salsa water. They was giving me salsa water. I took the pills with the salsa water and I ate crackers. That was my dinner last night. I don't know, I had the worst moment in my life. It traumatized me to this very minute. I'm still a little traumatized because I was scared. I really thought I was not gonna like breathe ever again. That was my biggest issue, was breathing. But I had the worst day ever. They didn't want me to go to the hospital because of the whole COVID-19 thing. So, but they saved my life, and so did my friends. So I think I thanked them both before they left. I said thank you for both of them. They was talking to me about everything, about my depression and everything. They might have thought this was due to depression and anxiety, and it wasn't. So that was my day yesterday. So now I gotta stay away from a lot of things. Not only that I had to stay away from citrus, I had to stay away from chocolate, dairy. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't know how I became lactose intolerant because all my life I've been eating so much dairy. I'm in love with dairy, especially cheese and ice cream. Yeah, I know how we are. And pasta. I was eating cheese with pasta. Whenever I was eating my spaghettis, it was like everything was always about dairy. But now I can't even have that. Alcohol, I'm not supposed to have that, but every now and then I'm drinking it. They told me to stop smoking, and I went back to smoking as of a week ago. And it was just horrible. It was like, oh my God, the scariest day of my life. It almost was the last day of my life. But I'm glad I get to live another day. This is why every morning and every night I thank God that I'm alive. I thank God that He gave me another chance, and He keeps giving me chances after chances. I don't know what to do after yesterday. But that was just something I wanted to let y'all know. I I'm really not having the best month ever. March has been, I see why they call it March Madness, because it was madness, nothing but going on around here. It was horrible. It was nothing but stress. Anxiety, stress, panic attacks been going on for these past couple of weeks in my life. I don't know. So can y'all please pray for me out there and wish me the best. Hopefully I get through this just fine. I'm trying to stay away from the hospital because I really don't want to get sick. But it's like something keeps pushing me to that level. So I guess I'll see y'all later. I don't know. As far as the whole gastric thing, I feel a little better, but feeling sick. I'm feeling a little sick. But it's not the sick from like the COVID-19 thing. It's just my health condition is making me sick. So I'll see y'all later.